What's up, fam? It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds underground. I'm a DJ and producer based out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I've done a set of underground house and tech house, techno, soulful house, and as well as a bit of boom bap hip hop on various labels, everything from my own independent Purveyor Underground to Hot Creations, Desolate, as well as Rawthentic and Osanlade's Yoruba Records, and a whole bunch more, and Carrie Chandler's Chaos Theory. Can't forget that one. Great release on that one as well. So that's who I am. The first time I saw a synthesizer was my dad's, I believe he had an Oberheim, and the one that I recall freshest in my memory is the Yamaha DX7. Dope piece of kit. 5 tips and tricks in terms of work. Well, I think the first thing is to always set a high bar of consistency for yourself. So every time I'm making music, I know I'm making it for the club, and I want to make sure things pop off well in the club. The other thing is just the willingness to continually learn new things, be open to feedback and learning from others. The other piece is just more of a personal piece, is where I look for peace in my life. I have zero time to deal with toxic people in or around the periphery of my life. Number 4 would be push yourself, to invest in yourself. So everything around me in this room is a reflection of me making investments in myself. And number 5 is just to keep doing your thing and don't worry about the opinions of others. Explain what a synthesizer is to a 4-year-old. I would describe a synthesizer as a component of technology, computers, and electrodes working together to create sound. Can I sing a song that best describes me? No. When I go on vacation, what do I pack in my suitcase? It's, shorts, tank top. I like to go to a sunny destination. Maybe my laptop, of course, headphones, and my cell phone, of course. And that's about it. I like to decompress when I go on vacation, which is rare. Am I lucky? I do not consider myself lucky. I consider myself disciplined and consistent to drive lucky-based results. My heroes, I have a couple. My mom, number 1, first and foremost, my best friend, my mom, my cousins, Aaron Rowland, some of my greatest heroes. And of course, musically, Robert Glasper, Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis, Prince, Michael Jackson, your usual suspects, people who work hard and have been consistent at it. What achievement in my career has made me most proud? I would say just the transition from doing a normal 9-to-5 job to being able to do music full-time is one of my greatest achievements. Everything else is just a fallout from that step because it was a huge one. My parents are not disappointed with my career decision. Well, maybe my dad's a little, I'd say, scared or fearful of it, him being a musician himself and what he experienced back in the day. But my mom's been extremely supportive, so 50-50 on that one. Celebrities I would love to have dinner with. Definitely Quincy Jones, Stevie Wonder, Robert Glasper. Yeah, I think those would be my top ones. Just people I can learn from and who are also extremely talented artistically. What was the worst decision I've ever made? I don't believe in worst decisions. I think, if you make any decisions that happen to result in quote-unquote failure, I think you learn a lot from failure. Really, failure is where the growth is in life. So I don't subscribe to making any decision that was the absolute worst thing. If anything, I've learned from those and it's propelled me and made me who I am today. What music am I listening to? I listen to a wide array of music, everything from classical to jazz. I definitely do not listen to house music or any other electronic music. If I'm just kicking it, I'll go to like hip hop, trap or whatever, just to learn something new, because I'm just around this music all the time. It's in the clubs and in my studio here, so I'm listening to a broad range of stuff. I love classic as well, and some blues stuff too, so wide array. The most favorite part of my job is just the fact that I can control my destiny, so to speak. I can get up each morning into this room and just do my thing creatively. I don't have people telling me what I need to do and how to do it. I'm really able to course my own destiny, so to speak. What equipment do I use? I use an assortment of gear. So I think I will list those, but just right off at the top, I use UAD, Apollo 8s. I got 2 of those, and an Apollo Twin for the sound. Got a Behringer DeepMind 12 synthesizer. Just behind me is a Roland System 8. Arturia stuff I love. I got a Microfreak there, Mini Brute, Matrix Brute back there. DJ equipment, Pioneer DJ, of course. I have an MPC X, which you cannot see on screen here, but we'll make sure it's available in the B-roll. What else? Oh, of course, my Moog Subsequent 37, other Roland gear, TB3. I have the voice transformer somewhere here. It's just not hooked up, as well as Softube's Console 1. And a whole bunch of plugins. One of the most important books I've read, definitely King of Babylon, I think it's called, as well as Sapiens, very good book, and The Measure of a Man by Sidney Poitier. How many hours a week do I work? I couldn't tell you. Some days I'm in here a minimum of at least 10 hours a day, so I don't really take any days off, so we could call that 60 to 70 hours a week, but sometimes it's more, very rarely it's less, because I just enjoy what I do. I don't really keep track of the time, but interesting question. One of my hobbies, aside from this, I like going to museums, checking out other art. Photography is really cool, which I haven't really been able to dive right into, but I love looking at other people's work. So I'd say those are some of my extracurricular or curricular activities. How do I define success? I define success as the constant pursuit towards your very best. That's how I define success. What tools make my life easier? Definitely Google Keep is a dope note taker that's accessible anywhere. That's increased my productivity a lot. Serato Sample is another thing I just love for chopping samples and getting right into beat ideas. So those are my top 2. Average day of my life, I'm an extremely early riser, so I'm up pretty early. I'm going over things I need to get done today. I go to the gym and work, eat, work. That's my day. Repeat. What is the most precious thing I've broken? God, I have no clue. Sorry. Nothing's coming to mind. What familiar musicians have I worked with? Well, in our industry, I've done a number of different collabs or released music with DJ Sneak. Louis Robinson is a great vocalist I've worked with. Released music on Yoruba Records, Osalade's label. Oscar P is another one. A lot of cool individuals. I've remixed DeMarcus Lewis as well. I've remixed Cassius too, the French duo. So it just goes on and on. But those are the top ones that come to mind. I don't think you need the best equipment to sound good. If anything, when you are forced to work with limitations, I find a lot of good comes out of that. A lot of really strong levels of creativity come out of that. So equipment to me doesn't matter. It really doesn't. What matters is what's coming out of your mind and of course from your heart. Biggest dream I've fulfilled would be what I'm doing every day. I make a living doing music full time, and I have to remind myself sometimes and humble myself sometimes that this is something I really wanted. It was my dream, and I'm actually doing it. So definitely that. If you're asking me about like career related stuff, like DJ gigs, playing main stage Elro Barcelona, an amazing moment in memory. Also being able to play at Coda here in Toronto is a big moment for me, and I've done it several times since, but it's nice to have that hometown feel. My all-time favorite synth, I would say, I don't know, I don't think it would be considered a synth, but yeah, I wouldn't call it a synth. Fender Rhodes Mark II, Fender Rhodes, but it's not a synth, so if I had to choose a synth, definitely go with Yamaha DX7. Fond memories as a kid messing with my dad's, discovering sound synthesis with the different cartridges and manipulating sounds. So you can go with that. Best piece of advice I've received was from a mentor a long time ago. And he said, you'll always discover who a person truly is when their back is against the wall. It rings true every time, no matter where you are in life. Do I think there are aliens? I don't know. I haven't really subscribed to that belief, but I do believe that, given the size of the galaxy, and that there are many galaxies, that there's got to be other life forms and intelligence out there. I just have to believe that, especially when you look at the size of planet Earth and the incredible things we've done. I just find it hard to believe that we'd be the only ones. What questions did you not ask me? You did not ask if I have any pets, and I do. I have 2 cats. Been around a very, very long time, and they run the show here. Once and for all, analog or digital, and I am going to say analog all day. You just cannot recreate those sounds digitally. You can come very close. There's a lot of great things happening digitally in terms of plugins and stuff, but synthesizers in particular, warming those things up especially if they have analog components in them, over an hour versus half an hour, you can hear the difference in the sound and the richness in it. Whereas I think some synths or plugins, they just have a limitation, and you can tell. I mean, you can certainly make it sound like analog. I think the technology that's available today allows us a plethora of options to get it close, but nothing beats the richness of outboard gear. And last but not least, my favorite synth at Landmark Studios. I think I answered this earlier, which is Fender Rhodes Mark II. Love me a Fender Rhodes. I can mess with those sounds all day. They just, it's such a great sounding piece of kit. So yeah, that's my top choice. All right, and there you have it. I'm gonna show you a little bit of B-roll of what's in my studio afterwards, but for the gear that you can see, I think I called it out before. It's my Roland System 8 Arturia Microfreak right there. Roland TB3 for those fantastic acid sounds. This is my Mini Brute, which I have patched through a microphone preamp by Art, and we'll show you that on the B-roll later on. And then there's my Moog and a pen over there, just so you can see it in the corner there. I'm limited here in terms of the angle, but there's my Moog Subsequent the 37. You cannot see it on screen here, but I have my MPC X chilling right here in front of me, and then 2 Apollo 8 sound cards just behind the camera, which you'll see on the B-roll, along with my DeepMind 12 by Behringer. Apollo Twin is in front of me. And as far as DJ gear is concerned, it's a little off to the side here. I'll try and pan. Yeah, you can't really see that. But I have CDJ 2000 Nexus 2, 2 CDJ 3000s, and my Pioneer DJM V10 mixer, which is great. A great sounding digital mixer. I mean, it sounds really good analog wise. In my opinion, it's one of their better sounding mixers. So yeah, I got that for DJ gear. Newmark USB turntable. I think that's about it. I'm looking around seeing, oh yeah, and my vocal transformer by Roland, which is packed up somewhere and is not online as of yet. So that's what I got. So check out the B-roll of my studio. Hope you enjoyed this interview. Lots of questions, but I appreciate the time. Much love and respect to you. It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds underground. Peace.